Hello, everybody. It's Curtis again. I hope you're all having a good day. Hey, I have some scriptures here I want to go through, and I am in 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20 and 21. It reads, O Timothy, guard what has been entrusted to you, avoiding worldly and empty chatter and the opposing arguments of what is falsely called knowledge, which some have professed and thus gone astray from the faith. Grace be with you. Okay, now I'm in 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 14 through 16. It reads, Remind them of these things and solemnly charge them in the presence of God not to wrangle about words, which is useless and leads to ruin of the hearers. Be diligent to present yourself approved to God as a workman who does not need to be ashamed, accurately handling the word of truth. But avoid worldly and empty chatter, for it will lead to further ungodliness. Now, still in 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 3 and 4, it reads, For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but wanting to have their ears tickled, they will accumulate for themselves teachers in accordance to their own desires, and will turn away their ears from the truth, and will turn aside to myths. Now I'm in the book of Hebrews, chapter 3, and verse 12 through 15. It reads, Take care, brethren, that there not be in any one of you an evil, unbelieving heart that falls away from the living God, but encourage one another day after day, as long as it is still called today, so that none of you will be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin, for we have become partakers of Christ, if we hold fast the beginning of our assurance firm until the end. While it is said, Today if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as when they provoked me. Now I'm in the book of Job in chapter 34 and verse 14 and 15. The Lord revealed this passage to me, and it's a very good reminder that we need to fear God. Fear him, okay, with a healthy fear, okay. Verse 14, if he should determine, this is God, if God should determine to do so, if God should gather to himself his spirit and his breath, basically gather it back to himself, all flesh would perish together, and man would return to dust. Thank the Lord for what he has done, okay? What has come out of his breath, his spirit being poured out on the world? Thank him, okay? Because he could take it all back if he wanted to. If he so desired to gather to himself his spirit and his breath back to him, everything was breathed out of his mouth, okay? Breathed out into existence. If he were to judge everybody the way that they deserve, none of us would survive, okay? All flesh would perish together, and man would return to dust, and there would be no more. Fear him. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. God bless you.